What's going on, everyone? Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about TRKA Media Group, or TRKA stock, a stock that I am very bullish on currently. It did retrace over the last few days. However, I believe that this dip will allow new buyers to get into the stock. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And as you guys have seen already, it has not crashed. It has not fallen. It being overbought has led to no more than a 10% correction, which is pretty normal in an uptrending stock. So I remain bullish on TRKA. Shorts have absolutely no ammo until that $2 range, and the S1 does in fact go into effect, and until that point they have no ammo until $5 per share. There's well over 2 days to cover on some of these shorter time frames, so there's lots of reasons to be bullish, and we'll be talking about a new catalyst in today's video as well. So drop a like on the video if you guys enjoy, subscribe to the channel if y'all are new, check out Hootmoney trade alerts if you guys want to bag up with Hootmoney. Hootmoney trade alerts will be raising the price next month in July. So if you want to be grandfathered in to the $25 a month rate, you will have to be a member as of June. So act quickly on that. You guys saw some of the trades. We've been doing very, very well with that one. And with all that being said, my friends, let's just jump right into the video. All right, my friends, so if you have not yet watched my previous 2 videos on TRKA, or at least my last video on TRKA, I highly encourage you guys to watch that, because we're not going to be going over the basics of this play. We're going to be talking about new information and the new outlook. So if you guys want the original due diligence on TRKA, I highly encourage you guys check out my previous videos before watching this one. I will post a link up above that you can click right now. But what we see on the screen is TRKA Media Group subsidiary Converge Direct LLC reports audited financial results for 2021 with revenues of $294 million and operating income of $21 million following its acquisition in March 2022. We can see right here in the financial statements, this is their balance sheet, their income statement right here, $293 million, and then there's that net income of $21 million. We're talking about a stock that trades for $65 million, right? And there's absolutely zero source of delusion on this stock until these March 2022 warrants go into effect, and those are at $2 per share. So right now there's pretty significant upside. The stock is trading at $1 per share. Over a 100% upside, given that this thing does in fact move to $2 per share. I'd like to quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Moomoo, a licensed FINRA broker that does absolutely zero payment for order flow. As you guys can see, they've got a promotion right now where you can get a free share of Lucid, currently going for around $20 per share with a net deposit of $100. So you deposit $100, boom, instant $20 added to your account. 20% return on your money. This is only in June right here. You also get up to $5,000 in free stocks as well. If you open a brokerage account, you get a stock valued up to $2,500, and then if you deposit $100, which you're probably already going to be doing for the Lucid promotion, you'll get another free stock valued up to $2,500. So it's up to $5,000 in free stock plus that one free share of Lucid. The links are below if you guys wanted to check out Moomoo. It's the second link in the description. And with that being said, let's get right back into it. Another thing to note is that Converge Direct is 100% owned by TRKA. So all of these revenues that you are seeing in these audited financial statements belong to TRKA Media Group, or TRKA stock. All $294 million right there, and all $21 million of net income belong to TRKA Media Group starting this month. Now this is obviously for 2021, so these revenues don't belong to Troika Media Group, but as of the acquisition in March, those revenues will be belonging to TRKA. The new CEO of the company, Sid Toama, mentioned that our outlook for the now integrated Converge business remains positive, enhancing TMG's value to clients and delivering performance outcomes through agile, creative, innovative technology and adaptive intelligence to deliver financial goals. So he is reiterating and reinforcing the positive outlook for the company that they mentioned in the last earnings call. And this is huge because a lot of the times, even when a company does in fact miss on earnings, they can give positive guidance for the stock, and that is what the stock ends up rallying on. Now, the CEO of the company has given positive guidance on the stock not once, but he reiterated it twice with the release of these new financials. Another potential catalyst here for TRKA is the notice of delisting or failure to satisfy a continued listing. I get it. Right off the bat, it does not sound like it is super bullish, but you have to understand what this actually means. And it means that 180 calendar days from May 20th, the company may regain compliance with NASDAQ by maintaining a closing bid price of $1 per share for 10 consecutive business days. Now, we have already seen TRKA close above $1 per share for 3 consecutive business days. That got reset because on Friday, there was a close below $1 per share. So we are starting the clock over right now. We close above $1 per share on today's move, and that is one step closer to regaining compliance. And once we do regain compliance with the NASDAQ, that is a bullish catalyst. Jumping into the market cipher technical analysis, we're looking at the daily chart. First and foremost, it does not look super pretty. However, it is holding relatively nicely. We got a red Heikin-Ashi candle on Friday and also today, which usually does signal that there is some downside to come. There also was a red dot as of Friday as well, which again, that usually does signal that there is some downside to come. However, this red money flow right here is coming up a lot. It's coming up fast. It's coming up hot. We also got the RSI down here pointing right back up. So the red RSI means get out of the play, get out of the play, get out of the play. But once it crosses this 0 point again, that is the buy signal. As you guys can see right here, it got the buy signal as the RSI did turn green. The same thing could potentially happen as we do cross this 0 point. So it is looking good on that time frame. If we move into the 12-hour chart, it is starting to look good as well. It's basically showing the same thing that the daily chart is showing, but it's showing it on about 50% of the scale. Obviously, it was overbought. It was coming down, but we are about to get that green means go dot as the VWAP right here, or that yellow, is pointing back up. And obviously, this red money flow is coming up hard, and we may get into that green money flow very shortly on TRKA. 8-hour chart is looking about the same as that 12-hour chart. 6-hour chart already got that green means go, and the green money flow on the 6-hour chart is the highest that it has been. Not as deep in the green as it was in the red. However, we could potentially expect it to get that way, especially if we do see, a short squeeze. We have some green Heikin-Ashi candles once again, and it's starting to look very good. Same thing with this 4-hour chart. Pretty much the same analysis that I got going on with that 6-hour chart. Very green money flow right there. We also have a green RSI that is not quite overextended. It's pretty close to that 0 point. So I'm really liking how this chart is looking right now. Overall, since this is a bit overshot on some of those longer time frames, we could potentially see a flag-like pattern forming right here. A little bit of consolidation right here to let this daily chart reset a little bit is not the worst thing in the world, especially for a squeeze play. And the fact that we are holding so nicely right now from our highs, we're not just immediately knifing back down, and there is still bullish news to be had for the company, obviously, with this announcement of the $94 million on their subsidiary Converge. There's plenty of reason to still be bullish on this stock. And the fact that this is holding is absolutely beautiful. I mean, how many times have you seen squeeze stocks just completely, utterly fail and give up their gains? Well, we've done our DD on this one. Shorts have pretty much no ammo to manipulate this thing. There's no options on it as well. So with all the bullish news coming out, as well as retail holding this stock, there's not really too much to be worried about in terms of a violent sell-off. Last but not least, let's get into this Ortex data. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, Ortex corrected the free float of TRKA. Now, they did this after the stock already went up about 150%, which is kind of, fishy. I mean, why would they leave it at the same float for like 2 months? And then, no, it was like 3 months, right? And then they randomly change it after the stock moves like 150%. Regardless, they had it wrong originally. Nothing has changed with the play. We still have a monster days to cover right there at 4 days to cover. And we are now sitting at 266% cost to borrow, up from 100% as of last week. The pressure is on for short sellers right now. Looking at Fintel, they have had no shares available to borrow since May 23rd, and it is pretty evident as they don't have ammo to push this thing down. You see right here, it's not knifing down, it's holding pretty well, and that is simply because they have no ammo. I mean, you can see it right here on Fintel. They also haven't updated the cost to borrow in over 2 weeks at this point. And that's because they haven't had any ammo for 2 weeks. There's no shares. They can't do anything. The only thing shorts can do right now is these 2.2 million people can cover because, I don't know, maybe the company's an absolute money printer. The last thing I wanted to show you guys is this short volume ratio has been declining each and every single day. Another indicator that shorts have basically run dry of ammo. It was at 60% 2 weeks ago, down to 41% as of last Friday. The short exempts have been picking up very much so. And if you look at the actual short volume, compare that to the actual short volume ratio, short volume has also been going down pretty significantly, with the last 2 days only having 175,000 in short volume and 187,000 in short volume as well. Now you might ask, well, if shorts have no ammo, right? They haven't updated the numbers since 5/23. They haven't updated these at all. So how is there still short volume on this stock? These shares could already be on loan. As you guys can see, there's 5.14 million shares on loan. We also could be dealing with a situation where they short during the day, they close intraday. They never have to actually deliver the share because it was closed intraday. And then you get some buying pressure right before close, which sends the stock price up. We've seen this numerous times where right before close, there's lots of volume and the price actually comes up. Now, it doesn't happen like this every day, but we have seen it multiple times. Right here, we saw it. It was just a big volume spike, then a knife down. It's just some weird stuff that happens before close and that open and then in pre-market on this stock. And I think that could be a potential reason. But overall, this short volume has been decreasing. And with that, it is a positive sign that they are really just running dry on the ammo. So overall with TRKA, it's still looking absolutely phenomenal as a fundamental short squeeze-esque play. Shorts are now absolutely paying for it with that 300% cost to borrow that we are seeing on this stock, the decline in short volume, and just the literal proof that they don't have too much ammo to manipulate this. That's why we are seeing a very nice hold up in this stock price. And I can confirm they don't have anything until at least $2 per share with those warrants, and the S1 is not in effect. So currently they don't really even have ammo until $5 per share. So if this starts squeezing, this starts running, and it hits $2 per share, it could go even higher because those warrants are not yet registered. We're also getting tons of bullish news from the company. We've seen it over the past 2 weeks or so. We're continuing to see it as of today. And overall, I just think this company is motivated to keep this share over $1 because they want to keep that NASDAQ listing. There's so much potential for upside on this play. The only real downside risk that I personally see is the fact that the technicals are saying that it's overbought, but we also see that it is holding despite the fact that it is overbought. So I still think that it is a solid buy, and we saw that it got multiple green dot signals on Market Cipher as of today. So this momentum that we saw could continue. Anyways, that's my take on Troika Media or TRKA stock. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. Check out Hootmoney trade alerts if you guys want to bag up with Hootmoney. We called out TRKA specifically at 38 cents. It's at $1 right now. We've made plenty of other plays. My Robinhood's literally up like 700%. Oh, you can check that out with the first link in the description down below. And you can also check out Moomoo if you want a free share of Lucid and up to $5,000 in free stock as long as you deposit $100 on their platform. That is the second link down below as well. Hope money's out, baby. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow morning for that 9:15 market open live stream. Peace out, everyone.